Hi everyone, Christopher from Project Sebastian has asked me to jump on here quickly and just talk a little bit about our two children, Ollie and Amelia, and what Ollie's Army is and what it's all about over here in the UK. So both Ollie and Amelia have CNL2 Battens disease. They were both born completely healthy. They were both hit all of their milestones. Ollie could ride a bike, he could climb trees, he was running, playing football. He was basically a little cheeky monkey when he was little. Unfortunately, around the age of 3, we noticed a bit of a speech delay in Ollie. He started falling over his own feet, and then around the age of 3.5 he actually had his first seizure, which was utterly devastating. It was something that we'd never experienced before in our lives. He was actually in the bath at the time and he went under the water and he stopped breathing. So of course we pulled him from the bath and resuscitated him, and it was from that point on that all the tests started. And the diagnosis took about 6 months of continuous hospital admissions and continuous seizures, and it was absolutely utterly devastating when we received the news that Ollie had CNL2 Battens disease. We were told that there was no cure, that basically our little boy was going to deteriorate. He was going to lose all of his abilities one by one, and eventually he'd die. It was absolutely horrendous. And then about a month later, we received the devastating news that Amelia, who was only 2 at the time, had also got CNL2 Battens disease. And yeah, you can imagine our absolute lives came crashing down yet again. And I suppose at that point we had 2 choices. We could either accept what was going to happen and deal with it, I don't know, in whatever way possible, or we could stand up and fight, and that's what we decided to do. And at that point, that is when we set up Ollie's Army, which is our logos here. And it was from that point on really that we thought we can't just let our children suffer without fighting for them. That's what we did. We fought every second of the way, and they fought alongside with us. And they're incredible, 2 incredible children, as are all children with Battens disease of all different types. Every Battens child that I meet, I just think, wow, they are incredible children. They uplift you so much. Just their little smiles, what they go through in life and how much that they have to suffer, yet they bring so much joy to everybody around them. It's absolutely amazing, and if we can do anything to help them, we will. And that is another reason what we set up Ollie's Army to do. So what we really our aim is to raise as much awareness of Battens disease as possible. Now, International Batten Disease Awareness Day is on the 9th of June, and what we are asking from everybody is to please spread this awareness. Batten disease of all different variants is an extremely ultra rare disease. Now, children, because of this, in the UK, the BDFA, they get no government funding whatsoever. It is all, the funding that they get is from families who, through the process of grieving, who need that support, are having to fundraise for this small charity, able to get support for their children, which is just absolutely horrific if you think about all the other diseases and conditions that are out there. I'm not going to mention them, but they receive masses of government funding, and people can receive support from all over the place, whereas children with Batten disease, they receive very, very little support, let me tell you. From experience, we have gone through hell with our children to get them the support that they need. Our children have been discriminated against, they're being left out of things, and this is something that no child deserves. So that is our aim. Our aim is to create this awareness across the world so that people know about Battens disease, so that funding is in place for these families and these children that need it. And also an early diagnosis for these families. Some families with children with Battens disease can go for absolutely years, going from hospital to hospital, professional to professional, test after test until they get a diagnosis. And at the end of everything, they're then told that actually there is no cure for this disease. And they're sent home. We were sent home with an A5 piece of paper, and we were told, go home and enjoy the rest of the time you have left with your child. Children with CNL2 Battens disease have a life expectancy of 6 to 12 years. Ollie is now 9 and Amelia is 7. We're extremely lucky. We fought for access for a treatment. We were granted compassionate use of an enzyme replacement therapy, which is slowing down the progression of the disease. We then had to take legal action against NICE and NHS England, which thankfully we won. And we've gained this treatment for another 5 years. But our children have to prove that this treatment is working and that their lives are worth the funding. Every day for children and families with children with Battens disease is a fight. And hats off to all those families. Excuse me, I get upset because I know how hard some days are to get up in the morning and carry on. And yeah, I just think they're all incredible. So yeah, on Battens Disease Awareness Day, I believe in America the colour is teal. In the UK our colour is orange, and what we're asking everybody to do is decorate everywhere orange. Wear orange. If decorate your houses, put up awareness posters, educate whoever you come into contact with. I know we have the social distancing at the moment, and some countries are suffering more than others with the current environment, and that obviously puts extra pressure on everybody. But whatever you can do to raise awareness, on Ollie's Army we are currently putting up little slides that have signs, symptoms of Battens disease. Please share them. Early diagnosis is absolutely everything for these children to gain access to the therapies that they need to keep them as healthy as they possibly can. And the only way we can do that is by creating as much awareness and education and knowledge to everybody, not just parents but professionals as well. So anything you can do to help would be absolutely fantastic. If you want to visit Ollie's Army at all, you can find us on Facebook. We are under Ollie's Army Battling Against Battens Disease. On Twitter we are Ollie Bob's Army, and both Ollie and Amelia also have their own Instagram accounts, so you can go and see what they're up to. Both of them are doing absolutely amazing right now. Ollie has lost his ability to walk and talk. He's now fed through a tube that goes directly into his stomach, but he is the happiest little boy. He is so content. He is an absolute joy to be around. He's an absolute legend. He's incredible. Amelia, because she is on treatment, and at the time she started treatment she was actually the youngest child in the world to go on this treatment, and she's doing fantastic. She is now 7. She's still running around. She can talk in sentences. She tells me to go away. She is an absolute little diva, basically. She loves chocolate. she is a little princess who wears the most gorgeous dresses, and then she will go out and play in the mud. So she's just brilliant. So if you follow them both on Instagram, it's Amelia's Army and Ollie's Army on Instagram. You can go and see what they're up to on a daily basis. And yeah, and if you want to make any donations at all, then just go on to our website, which is www.olliesarmy.co.uk. Your donations will go towards helping us provide Ollie and Amelia the equipment that they need, and also to kind of make any memories that we want to make. But also, most importantly, a lot of our funding goes into either research or previously we've actually paid for the wages of a CNF nurse at Great Ormond Street Hospital, and she actually provides all the support for all the families with any kind of Battens disease in the UK. The team there are absolutely amazing, and these are the type of things that Ollie's Army is striving to succeed in. We currently really want to raise some money to go in towards trials for the eyes, because children with Batten disease unfortunately go blind, and there is currently no treatment for that at all. Even the treatment which the children are receiving at the moment, that does not affect the eyes at all, unfortunately. It won't slow the deterioration down there. So Ollie is already blind, which has been really hard to come to terms with. Amelia is doing really well with her eyesight, but we know that will deteriorate probably pretty soon. And the trials and the research probably won't help her at all. But, sorry, if we can help somebody else, someone else's child to be able to see, yeah, that's another thing that Ollie's Army will have achieved. So if you can help in any way at all, then please do. Because all Batten's children deserve, help and support and this awareness. Again, I'd just like to say thank you so much for Christopher from Project Sebastian. I have met them both in America last year, and they are absolutely amazing people. Incredible, everything they do and everything their project does. And we know that everybody is on their own individual journey, but at the same time, all families with Batten disease, we all stick together, and everybody is doing a wonderful job. Thank you.